What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, you guys know the deal. I'm Patrick Hennessy. I'm by myself today. That's fine. But huge win for the Yankees tonight. Let's go. I apologize for a little bit of a late post game. I just got back home. But awesome game. Awesome game. It really had like that postseason atmosphere to it. I see Daniel Thomas said that felt like a playoff game. It literally did. But a lot of exciting stuff to break down. But before we do that, let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. Shout out to Amy, Ed King, Leanna, Lori. We got Damian, Larry's Treasures, KG Baseball, Jamie, Vincent. Who else we got? We got Steven, John, Anthony, Danny, Slayer Gaming, PTR, Corey. We got so many people in the chat. Sorry if I missed anybody. Hope everyone enjoyed the game this evening. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's break down the box score from this evening real quick. So the Yankees did win 2-1 in walk-off style, if anybody did miss it. But kind of breaking things down, I guess kind of a low point. First two batters in the lineup. DJ and Voit went 0 for 8 combined. Voigt's now batting under 200. He's going to pick things up eventually. But DJ is batting 260 now. Not too ideal, but I think he's going to come around eventually as well. Judge went 2 for 4 tonight. He's now batting over 300, so shout out to him. Gio 1 for 4. Gleyber Torres, the man of the evening. 2 RBIs, scored all of the Yankees runs tonight. Shout out to him. He's now batting 254 on the year. Odor 0 for 3, Sanchez 0 for 3. My prediction didn't really come correct. I predicted Sanchez and Judge would go yard. That didn't happen, but they still pulled out the win, so that's fine. But Andujar 2 for 3. Wade came in to pinch run, and then Gardner 1 for 3 himself. If we're looking at the pitching from this evening, let's see if I can pull that up really quick. Jordan Montgomery, bro. Jordan Montgomery with an exceptional outing. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no earned runs, 11 Ks? Excuse me, Monty, because as far as I remember, we came here on the pregame, we're like, oh, we expect absolutely nothing from Monty this game, and here we are, he absolutely shoved. Ridiculous. Shout out to you, Monty. But also, shout out to all the donos. Appreciate you. William Flores with the $2 dono says, let's go. Appreciate you, William. Jesus Chavez with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Jesus. Let's go, Yanks. Frazier sucks. Ric Flair, woo. It's not a Jesus donation unless he mentions Frazier sucking, so there's that. But we got MYY recaps in the chat. Shout out to Derek with the $5 dono. Happy Gleyber Day. If there was any day for it to be Gleyber Day, it's today. I love me some Gleyber Torres. Love me some Gleyber Torres. But also, LA Yankee King with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, my man. Yankees need a new hitting coach and hashtag GTMVP. Gleyber Torres has kind of been the Yankees MVP this season. I can't lie. It just seems like whenever the Yankees need a clutch hit, you call Gleyber Torres. Like, you know, who you going to call Ghostbusters? Who you going to call Gleyber Torres? But after Montgomery came out, Loaiza came in. Gave up an earned run in 1 inning. Not too good. But Chapman kind of got bailed out in the 9th. Can we talk about that for a minute? Triple play? Someone give me like a hashtag triple play going in the chat. When was the last time the Yankees even had a triple play? Had to been years ago. But shout out to that because Chapman was in a little bit of trouble there in the 9th. First and second, nobody out. Wasn't an ideal situation, but look at that. Hashtag triple play. Let's go. Overall, I would say this was a really solid game for the Yankees. You kind of step up game 1 against the White Sox, and you take it against Carlos Rodon, who, let's not discredit him, because he pitched an amazing game. Shout out to Carlos Rodon. He really did pitch great. Love all the hashtag triple plays in the chat. Let's go. It was 2014. April 27th, 2014. Yeah, bro, that's unreal. Unreal. But, yeah, it's great to see different people stepping up. However, it always seems like, in the end, it's Gleyber Torres being the main guy to step things up, right? So, let's kind of take one talking point from tonight and kind of go from there. And I think the route I want to go down is Jordan Montgomery. You could kind of tell from the beginning of the game that he was going to have a solid outing, simply because I think it was David Cone that said it best. He said when Montgomery has that curveball working, he's untouchable. And he had the curveball working tonight. He was simply untouchable. If we could see this Jordan Montgomery on a consistent basis, I don't think anybody would have any sort of complaints, right? But I think the issue is that Jordan Montgomery shows us this, but then he'll come out his next outing and perform absolutely atrocious. So what Montgomery are we going to get next time? I don't know. but I'm going to appreciate this while it lasts because this was an absolute gem by Monty. But shout out to Alex with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Alex. Look at the Brian finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Right before the triple play happened, I said, please ground into a triple play out loud to my friend. Then he grounded into it, and my friend was like, what? So, Alex, basically what you're saying is you're Nostradamus. I know sometimes we make jokes and say, like, I'm Pat Stradamus. You're Alex Stradamus. Alex Stradamus. Makes sense. But I appreciate the dono, man. I appreciate you for speaking that into existence, too. Let's go. No such thing as jinxes. It's literally just called speaking things into existence. But also, shout out to LA Yankee King with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, my man. What did I say at the start of the season? GT will be Yankees' best player by season's end. And, well, I will be right. Now, I don't know if we can say Gleyber Torres is going to be the Yankees' best player, right? Because it's kind of tough to say that. But so far this season, I think he's kind of proved that he's the Yankees' most clutch player, right? Because in a big situation, can you name anyone else on the Yankees you wouldn't want more up than Gleyber Torres? I mean, last year, you would obviously say like either DJ or who would be another person last year? Either DJ, maybe Judge, Stanton. But this year, I think Gleyber Torres is my number one guy by far. You need a clutch hit? I'm calling Gleyber. But also, shout out to Swainer with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, my man. Replay those Brian finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Prediction on who we could get realistically for center field. Someone who is a reliable left-handed bat who could play everyday center field. Now, I don't know if Jesse Winker plays center field, but I do know the dude has 3 home runs tonight. Jesse Winker does, in fact, have 3 home runs tonight. Let me see if he does play any center field. I'm going to pull up his fielding stats very quickly. So it doesn't look like he plays center, which kind of sucks. But I maybe like a Ketel Marte, I don't know. I see a lot of people in the chat saying Marte. That's possible. Either like a Ketel Marte or maybe like a Starling Marte. Maybe Starling. I don't know. But also, shout out to Alex with another $5 dono. You guys are unreal. I appreciate all the love tonight. You guys are the best. Pat, I got a GIF you can make. I'll send it on the Discord. Bro, send it. Send it over on the Discord. Also, if anybody has yet to join the Discord, the link is in the description. Go for it. Brandon Hernandez says, Torres has always been clutch through, though. Look back at the 2019 postseason, and in 2018, he led the team in walk-off hits. Yeah, no, Gleyber has always been clutch. Let me not get that mistaken here. But I think kind of what he's proven to us this season is that he's the guy. He went from being one of the guys that we wanted in a clutch situation. Also, let's not forget, 2019 postseason, he was unreal. So I think he kind of went from being one of the guys to the guy. It says the Discord link is invalid. That's odd. Let me pop it in the chat really quick. That's really weird. It shouldn't say it's invalid. But let's pull up another comment here. Pat, would you get Tyler Naquin or Raimel Tapia as a lefty hitter who could play center field? I don't know about either one. If I had to pick one of those guys, I guess I'd pick Naquin. But Tapia is cool too. I just don't know if he's a product of the Coors Field effect. But the Discord link is in the chat. I just popped it in there 3 times. So if anybody wants to join, go for it. I know the peeps have some fun on there. But I know Vincent just said Cedric Mullins. Okay, I would love to have Cedric Mullins, right? But I don't see that happening anytime soon for multiple reasons. One, the Orioles will never trade. Well, I'm not going to say never, but they probably won't trade him. And 2, if they do decide to trade him, it won't be to the Yankees. I can just about guarantee you that. But yeah. So, let's see. Whoa! Shout out to William Flores with the $25 dono. Shout out to you, William. Jeez. Let me get a hashtag William the Legend in the chat. Unreal. Yankees are turning the corner. It all starts small, but hitting is contagious. So true. So true. And we've kind of been saying this all season, right? If the Yankees can just start to get hot, I think everyone else in the lineup will kind of follow suit. And I think it all really starts with DJ LeMahieu, right? If once DJ LeMahieu gets hot, I think everyone else behind him will follow through. Hashtag William the Legend. Hashtag Will the MVP. I like that. Hashtag William the Legend. We got so many William the Legend. William, you are the man. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all the donos tonight. You guys are the best. We're coming off an excellent win, postseason style win. I don't know about you guys, but it was kind of reminiscent to the Astros series, right? When the Yankees played the Astros, it had a very postseason vibe to it, and we had that tonight. And this is what we were asking for, right? We wanted the Yankees to kind of show up in this series and play their hearts out and kind of prove to the second best team in the American League that you could compete with them, right? Because it's very likely that the Yankees will face them in the postseason at some point, just because, like I said, these are the top two teams in the American League. You're expecting them to play each other in the postseason at some point. So I'm glad the Yankees kind of made their mark in Game 1. I'd like them to win tomorrow with Cole on the mound and kind of win another series, you know? But also, shout out to Ruben Cruz with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Ruben. Our defense is looking really crispy. Agreed. Crispy, crispy, crispy. I've been hoping this improvement would happen. Man, Judge has been so good, but seems so quiet in a way. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You look at Aaron Judge. I tweeted this out a couple days ago. He's low-key having an amazing season. Now, I want to see if I could pull up Judge's stats really quick here, because we already know the dude's batting over 300 now after his game tonight. But it's ridiculous how low-key he is this season and just performing at such an MVP-type level. So kind of looking at his numbers, right? In 149 at-bats this year, he has 12 home runs, 25 RBIs, batting .302 with a .395 on base, and a .972 OPS. .972 OPS, and it's kind of crazy because he's flying so under the radar. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I guess it's working for him. I don't know. But Johnny says, Gary continues to be one of the least favorite my least favorite Yankees of all time. I can't wait for the Yankees to move on from this lazy bum after the season. But Johnny, let me ask you a question. I know you're not the biggest Gary guy. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest Gary guys. Personally, I like Gary. Kill me, I don't know. But who are you going to replace him with right now? Right? Because I get using Kalagashioka for Kluber and Cole starts. But I think Gary works well pitching with everyone else. I think if you want to have Gary start for Herman, Tyone, and Monty, why not? It's not like Higgy's providing such a significant contribution with the bat right now. He hasn't been that good with the bat. So I think if you could give Gary some reps and kind of hope he comes back to form, that's an ideal situation. But shout out to Alex with the $2 dono. Brian Finger Guns, bang, bang, bang. Those are 2017 Judge numbers. They really are. It's actually crazy. I don't know if you guys remember, but I believe around this time in 2017, Judge was actually batting around 330. Crazy to think about. It's also crazy to think about what Judge's season could have been like that year if he didn't participate in the home run derby, right? Because we know the home run derby kind of caused the injury, and from that point he kind of fell off offensively, but he still had a really good season. Should have been MVP. Should have been MVP in 2017. That's my 2017 MVP. That's my 2017 MVP. But shout out to Bright. He says, Pat, about a week after opening day, you said that nobody was talking about Gary Sanchez and how solid he was. Then he started to suck after that, so I hope Judge doesn't do the same. Listen, I'm going to say this again, chat. Jinxes are not real. So even though I'm saying Judge is low-key having an amazing season, not getting the credit that he deserves, that doesn't mean that anything's going to turn around at all. But Danny says, hey, Pat, wish me luck tomorrow. I have a game, and on Monday I have a 10U All-State Tryouts. Yo, shout out to you, Danny. Good luck. Let's see. Johnny says, Higgy's still better offensively, defensively than Gary. As sad as that sounds. I would say offensively they've been pretty similar, and defensively I'd say Higgy's better. But I would say offensively they're pretty similar players at this point, easily. Swainer says, I don't think Ketel Marte would happen. He has 4 years of team control and is cheap. He is also the best player and the guy the D-backs will most likely build around. I don't know who else, though. But that's what I'm saying. If we're kind of looking at an everyday center fielder, who's an option besides Ketel Marte? I don't really know who's out there right now. I don't want Delano DeShields Jr. I just don't think he's a good fit at all. But yeah, I'm not really too sure at this point. Yankee fan says, Pat, when will Stanton come back? I haven't really seen too many Stanton updates lately. Let me see if I could see any updates. NJ.com posted progress for Giancarlo Stanton. Let's see. So Stanton is eligible to return on the 25th. Now, I don't know if he's going to return exactly on the 25th. They might give him a couple days after that. But it's definitely an interesting situation to see. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, shout out to Ruben Cruz with a $5 dono. Appreciate you, Ruben. Judge had 30 home runs in 2017 All-Star break, too, with that 330 average. The man would probably hit 60 home runs without a doubt to me. Marte should be a big priority. Yeah, no, it's definitely possible. If Judge didn't get hurt in 2017, he probably would have hit 60. As crazy as that sounds, he would have had a Stanton-type year. He was only, I think he finished the year with, 53? 52? I think he finished with 52 in 2017. But, I mean, that's still a ridiculous season. And that's considering the fact that he was injured for about a month and a half throughout the summer. So it's unbelievable to think about. But also, shout out to Alex with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Alex. Is it just me, or was this ump extremely good? He was. It was a really good game all around. It was a... I'm not going to say it was the most fun game to watch, just because I kind of like slugfest more than pitcher's duels, but I think it was still a really fun game. Like I said, it had that postseason atmosphere. Danny says 52. Yankee fan says 21. I don't know. Someone give me the right answer. It was somewhere in the low 50s. But let's also not forget, whatever count it says, like on MLB.com or Baseball Reference or whatever, it should be one more than that. Simply because we all remember that home run against the Cardinals at Yankee Stadium. Should have been a home run, but whatever. Let's see. Ranting Baseball Friend says, my dad broke a plank in the floor when triple play happened. Bro, that triple play was huge. Huge. Simply because of the fact that Chapman wasn't really cruising. Like, it wasn't typical Chapman. So you could even see the relief that Chapman had when that double play went down. He was like, all right, I'll take it. Imagine if Angel Hernandez was the umpire for Cole's no-hitter. Well, Cole hasn't thrown a no-hitter, but I think you're saying, like, if he did throw a no-hitter and Angel Hernandez was on the mound, I'd probably be in shock. I'd genuinely be in shock. Thoughts on Raimel Tapia, insane contact hitter with good speed. I haven't really seen Tapia's stats within the past couple years or so, but let me look it up really quick. Looks like he's batting .276 this year with 337, 719 OPS. He doesn't really have too much pop. He seems like he's a decent contact hitter. I guess I'd take him, but I think the Yankees could do better than that. I'd still prefer Jesse Winker. I know he's a corner outfielder, but I think he would be the biggest bat to interject in there. Shout out to M. Then with the $10 dono. Appreciate you. No message, but that's fine. Appreciate the dono. But also shout out to William Flores with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, William. Hashtag triple play, so much fun. Just imagine that was the out that would give the Yanks a ticket to the World Series. Could you imagine? And it's kind of crazy to think about because, like I said multiple times tonight, this is the matchup that we could potentially be seeing in the either ALDS or ALCS. If you kind of think of how the brackets work, I'm guessing the Yankees or the White Sox will likely have the 1 seed. So in the odd case where neither of them have the 1 seed, they'll play each other in the ALDS. But I think as of right now, they're on pace for an ALCS matchup. We'll see. Yankee Fan for Life says, since you say that jinxes aren't real, then say Chapman will give up his first run of the year. Again, jinxes aren't real, right, Pat? Yeah, but that's not a jinx. That's like speaking something into existence. An example of a jinx would be like me saying, oh, Chapman isn't giving up a run at all this season, and then he gives up a run, and you guys are like, oh, you jinxed him. That for me to say Chapman will give up his first run of the year, that's just like speaking into existence that he's gonna suck. But Johnny says, not gonna lie, my dream scenario would be the Yanks acquiring either Marte or Dickerson. I like that. I like Marte. I like Dickerson. I actually really like Corey Dickerson. You guys should know this if you've been tuning in for a while. I've wanted Corey Dickerson for years now. It's just really never fallen into the Yankees' lap. But I think it's possible. At this point, if the Yankees could acquire Corey Dickerson, I'm not too sure how good he's performing this year. But let me check that real quick. He's actually having a really solid year. If you look at his numbers with the Marlins and 132 at-bats, he doesn't really have too much pop, only 1 home run and 8 RBIs. But he is batting .288 with a .361 on base and a .747 OPS. So I would love to have Corey Dickerson in the Bronx. He's another guy, though. I don't know if he plays center field. Let me see if I could check that. Because if he did play center field, that would kind of change everything for him. Corey Dickerson. It doesn't look like he does play center field. He played center field, it looks like, a handful of times with the Rockies a few years ago. But it's definitely nothing significant enough to kind of let the Yankees have him take over as their full-time center fielder. Alex with the $2 dono says, Mookie Betts or Aaron Judge when healthy? Good question, because I think they're pretty similar players in that capacity. I guess when fully healthy, I'd probably say Aaron Judge. Simply because we know when Judge is healthy, he's putting up at least 50-plus home runs, right? And at the same time, he's very good defensively. While Mookie Betts might be a little bit better, I think Judge might have a better arm. I think their glove is pretty similar, but I think I'm taking Judge's bat. So therefore, fully healthy, taking Judge over Mookie. Sorry, maybe that's Yankee bias. I don't know. Swainer says we do not need corner outfielders like Benintendi, Dickerson, or Peralta. We need a true center fielder because right now Guardy is our center fielder, and that's not okay. I get it. I definitely get it. But at the same time, who's out there? Because right now the only center fielder that I could think of that would be able to take over for the Yankees is Ketel Marte. And kind of after that, it's a whole bunch of blank areas. Unless you want Delino DeShields Jr., I mean, I just don't see it happening. I don't know. Rays Twins equals Twins win wildcard game. Yankees beat Twins 3-0. Chicago White Sox beats Houston 3-2. Yankees beat White Sox 4-3. Yanks win World Series 4-3. Danny, I like the way you think. I like the positivity. But I don't see the Rays making the Twins making the wild card. I just don't see that happening. Maybe they could prove me wrong. Right now, they've got to be quite a few games out of the wild card spot, no? Let me check this really quick. Wild card. So right now, the Twins are 9.5 games back of the wild card spot. The Twins currently have the worst record in the American League. I never would have seen that coming earlier on in the season. That's unreal to think about. I mean, if you look at the National League, everything's kind of what you expected it to be. Colorado, Arizona, and Pittsburgh, all of the worst records. But I would have never expected Minnesota to be in the worst of the American League. It's kind of crazy to think about. Ed King says, MLB should allow us to play Clint and Miggy in center at the same time, just to be fair. You make a point. Because to be honest, Clint and Miggy out there kind of combine into one center fielder. I'll take it. I think a good fit at center fielder, says Brandon Hernandez, would be Harrison Bader. Harrison Bader is an option. I don't know if the Cardinals are willing to part with him. I also don't know if he's that good offensively, is he? Isn't Harrison Bader like a defensive first center fielder? He's from Bronxville, New York. I didn't know that. Looks like this year he's batting .238, 329 OPS, 329 on base, 773 OPS. Nothing too special. He has a nice flow going on. Shout out Bader. I don't know. I don't really see that happen. Hey Pat, if Dietrich was in Glaber's spot, it would have been a walk-off home run onto the train tracks. That's all I'm saying. Bro, if Dietrich was in this game tonight, it wouldn't have even had to get to the bottom of the ninth. Dietrich would have hit 3 home runs tonight, 2 of which land on the train tracks, 1 of which was hit so hard it put 3 people in the hospital. Just saying. Solo stream rolling. Let's go. Love the solo streams. Derek says Aaron Hicks is celebrating in Arizona right now that he doesn't have to face the Yankee fans for battling under the Mendoza line. Hashtag gone golfing. Well, at least Hicks has a lot of time to go golfing now, right? Let's see. Spade says, bro, I want to watch the Nats game, and I searched up Washington Nationals. I did that, and it, Xfinity has the baseball and soccer thing. They identify the Nationals as a soccer team. Is there actually a soccer team named the Nationals? The only soccer team I know 2. No, I think I know multiple ones. I know NYCFC because they play at Yankee Stadium. I know New York Red Bull. That's a thing, right? And then I believe the Los Angeles one is the LA Galaxy. I believe. Uelva says, LOL, why you love Dietrich so much? I want to know. So I think kind of what it's turned into is at the beginning of the year when the Yankees first signed him, I'm like, yo, I love Derek Dietrich. This is a perfect fit. And it kind of like, as the days went by and we realized that he wasn't coming up, I just got more and more like attached to him in the sense of like, I just want to see him get an opportunity. And it's kind of like turned into like a joke in the chat, kind of like how Unhinged KC did. But at the end of the day, like while this is all joking around, I still love Derek Dietrich. I think he would be an awesome fit. Let's see. KG Baseball says the Nationals low A team won their first game today, but before they won, they went 0-15. Well, that's brutal. Lori C said Yanks have the best record in baseball since April 20th. I did see that because before the season, they mentioned, I think the White Sox had the best record in the American League since April 20th. So there's that. I have no voice. This is unreal. Uelva says Yanks are being cheap, Pat. I don't see him up. Like, probably not. If we're being realistic with each other, probably not. But I'm still hoping at some point this summer we could maybe see Derek Dietrich. I definitely think it's possible. Like, why not? But as Johnny says, not to hate on the Dietrich juice too much, but, oh, the message is gone. Okay, well, there goes that. Futai says, I'm getting 2017 Yankee vibes. I don't know why. I'm not going to lie. I kind of felt that a little bit tonight, too. Now, I don't know if... Did the 2017 Yankees have really good pitching? Is that maybe why? Because I don't remember their pitching staff being that good. It's just really odd to see a Yankees team who has really, really good pitching. It's odd. Because if you look at the Yankees' last, 5 games, Gerrit Cole pooped the bed. But then everyone besides that has been fantastic. I mean, Tyone hasn't really been that good. But I mean, Kluber, no-hitter. Herman, excellent game. Montgomery, excellent game. You love to see the Yankees finally having good pitching for once. Alex with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Alex. Let's run back that Brian finger guns. Bang, 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 bang. Tomorrow Cole is pitching, so maybe we win. Coltrane? I think Cole is going to rebound in such a heavy way. We're going to really see him light it up. I think Cole is looking for vengeance tomorrow. You guys know that he went home after that start against the Rangers, and he was so sick to his stomach. He probably went into, to go take a shower, and he couldn't even look at himself in the mirror. That's how disgusted he was with himself. But I love you, Gerrit Cole. We still have faith in Gerrit. Johnny says, sorry, Pat, I made a grammar mistake. I need to correct it. That's fine. Not to hate on the Dietrich juice too much, but how is he doing this bad in AAA? All right, I get he's not doing good in AAA. However, let's keep this in mind. He's not a AAA player, right? So, I'm not expecting him to kind of be giving it his all in AAA. I feel like if you do call him up to the majors, maybe like a little change of scenery, maybe a little bit of oomph in the Yankees lineup. I don't know. We'll see. William Flores says, he has a prediction for Cole tomorrow. 8 innings pitched, 15 Ks, 1 run, 1 walk. I like that. Big fan of that. Hey, Pat, will you do a watch party tomorrow? No. Like I said, no watch parties will be happening until I'm done with all my finals and everything, which will be the end of next week. So expect the watch parties to return sometime within the next couple weeks. We'll probably do a bunch of them throughout the summer. So just stay tuned. Yankee fan says, Pat, we traded Talkman to save money for Mad Max. I don't think that's exactly what happened, but if that's the outlook we want to have on it, sure. But at the same time, we really miss Mike Talkman right now because he would be the Yankees' everyday center fielder. You guys do realize that, right? Instead of Brett Gardner out there, we'd be able to have Mike Talkman. And it kind of sucks because he's gone, but he's in a better place now. Pat, look at my last comment. I just read it. William Flores says, raise my call Franco up after trading Adames. I saw talks of that, but it looks like they called up, what's his name? Austin Bell, I think. I could have totally butchered that dude's name, but it's something Bell, I believe. Yankees AAA versus Tigers, 162. How many wins for AAA? So if we're saying if the Yankees AAA team played the Tigers for 162 games, how many games would they win? It would definitely be close. I would say no less than 85. They would definitely have above 85 wins against them, for sure. We haven't had this great of a pitching staff since maybe 1998. Exactly. And, I wasn't even alive then, so that says a lot. Definitely says a lot. Do you think Gardner is trash? I think he's not the best as he has been. I don't know if I'm not going to use the word trash to describe Gardner, but I think he's no longer good. Definitely not good enough to be the Yankees' everyday center fielder. That's for damn sure. Trade deadline's coming. You think we will get a shortstop? No. The Yankees are chilling. Gleyber Torres has been awesome. Not only offensively, but defensively as well. There was one comment I did want to pull up here. I kind of lost it. Oh, it was Ed King's comment. Hold on. Oh, you need a tutor for your math final. Ed, do keep in mind, if I did have a math final, I would definitely need a tutor for it. But I haven't taken a math class since freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college. So I'm all right. I told you guys this before. I was a business major when I first started college, but there was way too many math classes, so I switched over to media studies. The more you know. Pat, there's a question that I saw that I don't get. Can you help me? I can only help you if you tell me the question. Joseph says, Pat, what do you think we need more, pitching or hitters? I think hitters. Hitters for sure. Hitters for sure. We kind of talked about this so often. The Yankees' rotation has been really good, and the bullpen has been really good. So obviously you would want to kind of add on a starting pitcher like Scherzer if it comes available. But at the same time, I would much rather prefer to add a lefty bat, preferably a lefty outfielder, you know? You get the Yankees lineup versus Yankees pitching, or the Yankees pitchers hitting versus the Yankees lineup. Oh, wait. So the Yankees lineup is facing the Yankees pitching, or the Yankees pitching, the Yankees pitchers are hitting versus the Yankees position players? Who are you picking? All right, chat. This is a little bit confusing question, but let me try to simplify this. The Yankees hitters are going up against the Yankees pitching, or the Yankees pitchers are hitting against the position players. I'd take the pitchers hitting against the position players. No? Chat, am I the only one who would take that? Give me the pitchers hitting against the position players any day of the week. Because imagine the Yankees lineup having to face Gerrit Cole. I'm not confident in that whatsoever. At all. Pat, never hire a cartoonist as your math tutor. Do I have to tell you everything? True. Yeah, Ed King. If you guys don't remember, Ed King's the awesome dude who drew the picture of me for my birthday. Love it. That's one of my favorite pictures of all time. No joke. Random question, but how much would this player be worth? It is my road to the show shortstop / starting pitcher. 4-0 OERA, 2.1 more, 5-6 average. Does he pitch and hit, bro? The hell? How many games is that through, though? How many games is that through? That's a big question. This is definitely a refreshing look, not to desperately need starting pitching relief. Starting plot relief pitching for once? Yeah, no, I'd have to agree. If you look at the Yankees in the past few years, their downfall has kind of always been pitching. But then again, you look at the postseason, their offense always collapses as well. So I don't know. I guess it is a positive this year that we're finally going to be going into the playoffs with a solid rotation for once. It's in the mail. Appreciate you, Ed King. Hope you like your shirt. Let's see. Iron Man says, man, Gary behind the dish was garbage. So many drop balls. But we know this. Gary isn't the best defensive catcher. I don't expect him to be a Gold Glover behind there. But I do think he actually has gotten a little bit better over the past couple years. Maybe that's just the eye test and my mind's deceiving me a little bit, but I feel like Gary's gotten a little bit better. We faced the White Sox, obviously, then the Blue Jays and Detroit, and finally after the Rays, we faced the Red Sox. Yeah, we talked about this a couple days ago. The Yankees have a couple of huge series coming up, and I think, honestly, this is going to prove a lot. And here's the thing. They started off in a good way. You couldn't ask for any better. So I think how they do it is they now have 2 more games against the White Sox, 3-game set against the Blue Jays, and then they have, I believe, 3 they go to Detroit for, and then they come home for the Red Sox and Rays. I believe. William is a part of the Benintendi fan club. I love Andrew Benintendi. If the Yankees could find a way to get him, I would be absolutely in love with that move. I don't know what they would have to give up. I don't know if the Royals are interested in dealing him, but I think it would be an awesome deal. Futai says if Andujar keeps hitting, then Pat's boy might be in trouble. It's kind of true. I talked about this with Sean on the recorded video that came out this morning, kind of saying what Andujar's future is with the Yankees. And I think we both kind of mentioned if Andujar continues to rake like this, he will kind of force Frazier out of left field. It's possible. If Frazier continues to struggle, and he continues to struggle with the injury, with the neck things too, whatever the Yankees want to call that, and Miggy doesn't really do too bad defensively, he's going to push Clinton out of left. It's as simple as that. Gary's fine. Actually, he's so graceful, he makes it look like he's not even trying. That's the thing. Gary's so good, he just looks like he's not trying. Simple as that. Danny says if the Royals were interested, they would have gave him more of a 2-year contract. Well, I don't think the Royals signed him to any contract. They traded for him. I don't know when he becomes a free agent. Let me look that up real quick. It's got to be within the next couple years or so because he made his debut a while ago at this point. So he's a free agent 2023. So the rest of this year and then one more year next year. So I don't know. Maybe the Yankees sign him in free agency. I have no idea. But I think eventually, hot take, before Benintendi retires, we're going to see him in the Bronx for sure. Let's see what we have in the chat. Imagine we lost Taillon Herman to some stupid injury like the Braves pitcher Luzardo. Don't say that. See, now, like, that's a jinx. I don't believe in jinxes. But I think when we talk about injuries, I like to keep my mouth shut as far as injuries go. I don't talk about those. Ranty Baseball Friend says, hey, Pat, what if we call them Velasquez and Romano? Because they're both Yankee fans. Okay, no. If we're calling anybody up from AAA, it's one of a few guys. 1, Derek Dietrich. 2, Trigger Trey Ambergy. 3, Chris Gittens. I love Chris Gittens. Chris Gittens is an absolute dog. Jeff F says, Pat, sorry for being late. Sorry to see you alone. I kind of like being alone sometimes. And it's actually funny because I think the chat likes it most when I'm solo. Chat, let me know if you guys like the streams better when I'm solo, because I think you guys do. Spade says, in these rest of the games through Red Sox, we should win, I think, 10 out of the 15. But then after the Red Sox, I'm looking forward a lot the Twins we face. Yeah, no, the Red Sox series is going to be huge. I think by the time the Red Sox series comes around, let me see real quick. Let me check out the standings. Right now, the Yankees are a game and a half back. It's possible that even by the time the Yankees play the Red Sox, they'll already be in first place. So I think by the end of that Red Sox series, 100% they'll be in first place. Hashtag Pat more lonely than Peter. Yo, shout out to my boy Peter. Let's see. Last time we had 2 pitchers with ERAs under 3 was 1997. Pettit with a 2.88 and David Cone 2.82. I like it. It's weird. I like all of your co-hosts, but with the solo streams, you are obviously more interactive with the chat. And you know what? I think that's why a lot of people like the solo streams better. Because instead of like talking with someone else, I'm talking to the chat for the most of the time. You guys know? Gittens would 100% have been up if Cashman wasn't trying to sweeten up his AAA stats for trade bait. It's sad because he's clearly way better than Ford. Solo chat, Pat flowing. I like that. Solo chat, Pat. I like it. Let's go. Pat and Sean combo the best. Yo, shout out to Sean. He's the man. Sean should be on... Is Sean on tomorrow? I think Sean's on tomorrow. Oh, no, Sean's not on tomorrow because Sean's going to the game. Yo, chat, keep your eye on the Yes Network cameras in case you see Sean tomorrow. Final prediction for who Yanks get at the deadline. I guess I'll give my optimistic prediction, right? I'll say they get Max Scherzer and Jesse Winker. That's being way too optimistic. But, like, go big or go home. Am I right? But that is going to wrap things up for today's post-game. Appreciate everyone for stopping by. You guys know the deal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications for more. I am going to throw the link to the Discord in the chat once again before we hop off. If anybody wants to join, go for it. I will be live for the pregame tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time because it is a day game tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate everyone for stopping by once again. Awesome game tonight. Hopefully the Yankees can pull it out tomorrow with Cole on the mound. You guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's go Yankees. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.